Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician channel, and today we're going to be going into a Borescope. So I have received a Borescope from Teslong and one from Tech. So in this video we're going to be going over the features, specs, and pricing of the Teslong Borescope. In the next video we're going to go over the features, pricing, and specs of the Tech. And then in the third video we're going to do a comparison, and I'm going to let you guys decide. I'll give my input as well on which one is better. Once we decide which one is better, I'm going to do a giveaway of the better Borescope, or which one you guys believe to be the better Borescope. But at the end of that giveaway, whoever does win, I will let you decide which one you believe to be better, which one you enjoy, and you will receive that. So I really hope you guys enjoy. But today we're going to be taking a look at the Teslong Borescope, and both of these have a feature that a lot of Borescopes are now starting to incorporate into their actual Borescope. So normally when you would get one, you'd get a bunch of little attachments for the end of your camera, one being, a hook, one being a magnet, and one being a mirror. And that mirror is angled to allow you to look off to the right or left, instead of straight on. And that really helps you when you're trying to work down in an area and you can't bend the camera. It allows you to look around corners and stuff like that. Well, in a lot of the newer ones, they're now starting to incorporate a camera on the side. So you have a front-facing camera and a side-facing camera to allow you to basically have that feature without having to have an attachment on the end. That also makes the image a lot clearer, and you don't have to worry about that mirror falling off or anything like that. So it's really nice that that's built into the actual Borescope now instead of just being an attachment. So we're gonna go over that as well as all the other specs and everything, and I really hope you guys enjoy. If you guys do, please make sure to hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts, if you've purchased either one of these, or what Borescope you decided to go with, or if you've ever used one before. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Let's get into this. This is going to be the Borescope that we're going to be looking at today, or Endoscope. So this is the Teslong NTS500 industrial endoscope. Here you can see it is a dual lens. Lighting on. This is the packaging that it's going to come in. It's got two plastic latches in the front here. And then in the next video, we will be going over the Tech DS450, so stay tuned for that. And then the third and final video, we'll be doing a comparison real quickly, and then I'll let you guys decide which one you believe is better. So you do have this foam on top and bottom to protect the endoscope itself. You're going to get your charging cable. You are still going to get attachments that will consist of the hook and a magnet, but it is magnetic. Then you have your actual camera here and the unit. You have a light up here, which consists of 4 LEDs. You have a microphone on here, so maybe you want to, when you're recording a video or something, you want to maybe give yourself a reminder or something along those lines if you're inspecting something. That is also nice. You got your power button, your settings, mode, up and down, okay, and record. And then you have your light as well. Nice little unit. It's got a little tie here, and it's pretty comfortable. So down here under this rubber flap, you're going to have your SD card and your charging port, or your USB port to connect it to your computer. And this is going to include a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. And that flap does stay in position pretty well. There's not a lot of movement to it, so it's a nice snug fit. So here are the specs on the unit. It's a 5-inch color LCD display, 1280 by 720 screen resolution. The probe is 1280 by 720. The snapshot resolution is 1920 by 1080. So a little bit higher resolution there than my older endoscope. The video recording is still 720. The port is a micro USB and micro SD. It has 4 LED lights, like I mentioned, and a 3500 milliamp hour rechargeable lithium battery. Operating temperature between 32 and 113. 3 to 4 hours of charging time, and 2 to 4 hours of battery life. So we'll go ahead and get this turned on. First, in order to attach the actual camera itself, sorry about that, it didn't actually tell me how long this was, so I had to go measure it real quick. It's going to be around 10 feet long. So this is only going to fit into the plug one way, and then once it is in, you screw it in and it locks it in place. So now we'll go ahead and power on the unit, holding down the power button. So right now we are looking at the forward-facing camera, and then in order to switch to the side camera, it is actually up here on the actual camera cable. So you hit this button here, and now we're looking up at the ceiling. Sorry, I know you guys don't want to see the light. So you can select between the two. And then you have your light setting on the camera: high, low, or high, medium, and low, off. And then on the side camera, we have high, medium, low, off. It does seem like the side camera just has one larger LED light, and the front has multiple 6 LED around the camera. And then here is how you take pictures. If you switch, this is how you switch between video recording. Now if I hit this button, I'll record a video. Switch back. Now you're looking at your gallery, and then to your camera, video, gallery, and then I can go ahead and delete. I can delete all or just delete current. And then switch back to camera. And then you can also freeze the camera by clicking OK. It's not taking a picture. You have just froze its image, so you can inspect if you don't want to take a picture or anything like that. So now we're looking back at it again, and then if you freeze it, you can, and it took an image of the frozen shot. So just in case you need to do that. Keep in mind, this is a 2 megapixel camera, and so it's a little bit higher megapixel. I believe my old one is a 1 megapixel. Also keep in mind, this is not meant for long distance, even though it's 720 and 1080p, depending on whether you're taking an image or a video. Keep in mind that since it's a 2 megapixel camera, its distance for clarity is really only going to be maximum maybe 6 inches. But once again, you're also going to be using this for really tight locations where you can't inspect with your own physical eyes. So that is why. Other than that, in your settings, you can change the resolution. Here you can see it's the 2 megapixel. Date stamp, shutter sound. Settings, you have auto power off, the language, date and time, format, default settings, and the version. And that's really it as far as the unit. They're pretty simple, very easy to use. Even if you've never used one before, it'll take you maximum 5 minutes of just playing with it just to figure it out. So besides that, if we just go back, you can really see it does have a nice clear screen, especially if you're looking at an image up close. There's with the light on, so it really does help. And you don't want a super bright light most of the time, just because it's going to actually impede the vision of the camera. So they try to keep them, I don't know how to say this, bright but not too bright. So I think the lighting on this is really nice, and the camera is still very slim, even though it's a little bit bulkier than the older versions due to it having 2 cameras inside of it now instead of just a single camera. So there you can see it. And there is no protective cap over this, and it did not come with one. The thing I do like about this that you will notice on some others, that the actual camera flex line here, a lot of the other ones will not be coated. This one is coated, so that is a nice touch. Just in case you're working Like I've had to use one of these to dig a distributor hold down nut out of a oil pan. Anytime you drop something, or whether you're inspecting something, whether you're around chemicals or fluids or anything like that, it's really nice to just be able to protect all of this as well. So that's really nice. Once again, if I forgot any information on this, I will be looking more information up and posting it throughout the video that I can find online. Stay tuned for the next video where we go over the Depths Tech and all of its features and everything, and then we will put the two side by side in the third video, and you guys can decide which one is better. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and as always, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. See you guys next time.